Do you find when you tell people that they're driving an MX-5 that everyone's just completely fine with that? Or do you think some people go like, well, I don't want to go and do a drive a day in an MX-5. Like, I've got a Ferrari. Why can't we drive the Ferrari?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when I first started with the concept of the masterclass, I thought, well, it's going to be a hard sell in an MX-5 because the drivers that are coming to do it have raced radicals or GT3s or whatever it may be. They're in expensive, fast racing cars. But I think the type of person who wants to come and learn some proper core technique doesn't care what they're driving. The ego's gone and they just want to learn as quickly as possible. So, the MX-5 is a fantastic car to use for the course because it's soft. So any issues or imperfections in technique, as you know, Sam, are highlighted quite drastically. It's actually harder to drive that car than it is a racing car because it's softer and so your steering input and how you are with the accelerator and the trail braking, it's amplified the importance. And then with it being relatively slow, it means that you open up that capacity while you're driving around with the car right on the limit to actually think about what am I doing with my inputs, what am I doing with the steering? Because you get to this point where when you're driving where it feels too fast.
Yeah.
Our brains, and it's the same for my brain, even though I've been racing for all of my life, I still come down to a hairpin and 10 meters or 20 meters before I actually can brake, my brain's shouting at me to lift off and get on the brakes. So you have to begin to get comfortable in that mental area. And often with drivers, when they get into that area where their brain's shouting at them and the alarm bells are going off, they go back to an imperfect technique because then they just drive on instinct. They're not thinking about what they're actually doing. So to get a driver in that area where they're right on the limit and they can consciously think about what they're doing, it's quite a difficult challenge.